Okay, so here we go. Why learn chords? Okay, so all popular songs on the radio are written using chords. The songs are not written note by note. Most songwriters, bam, use chords. And this is a fun fact that most artists that write songs don't read music like sheet music. They know chords. So that's why I'm emphasizing that you should learn chords. And if you can play chords, you can play any popular song. And it's just knowing how to look at an E and make an E major, or look at an E and make an E minor. And if you can do that, you can play any song. So, and if you're especially going to be a songwriter, it's so important that you write with chords. And I'm going to keep emphasizing this. In recording studios, we don't use we use chord charts, not sheet music. And I'm going to show you. And for popular music, reading chords is much more important than reading sheet music. So in the studio, we do not use this, we use this. So nobody really in the studio, most people, unless they're like a violinist or a trumpet player, they don't read music that much. It's more important that they know this to the right. Okay, so we're going to look at this Coldplay song. So here is the chord chart for the verse, and it has 4 chords. And if you look over here on the right here, we've got E minor, C major, G, and G sus. You can always tell a minor chord because it's got the little M next to it. It's got capital E, little m. If this had C, little m, it would be a C minor. Since it doesn't have the little m, it's a major. And this is called a G sus 2, which I'm going to show you. But you only need to know these 4 chords. Like here's E minor, G, G sus. Okay, so if you know those 4 chords, you can play the verse of this song. And we'll get there, but these are the chords, and I'm going to show you those. So here's E minor. Remember, for minor, you start with your thumb on the first note, which is an E, and you count 3. So it's 3-4 minor, 4-3 major. So we're going to count up, not including the thumb, 1, 2, 3. And then our middle finger goes on to the G. It's really important you start kind of looking at these notes and knowing what they are. That where an E is, where a G is, and the next note of this chord in E minor is we're going to count to 4 now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we've got on the B. So an E minor chord in root position, which we'll get to but for now, an E minor is E, G, B. We're going to play all 3 at once. That's an E minor. Okay? Bam. There's your E minor. So memorize that. And then the second chord of this song is a C major. So we're going to remember that we're going to put our thumb on the C. We're going to count 4-3 instead of 3-4. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And our middle finger goes on the E. And then we're going to count 3. 1, 2, 3, and then our pinky goes on the G. So a C major is C, E, G. Play them all together. C major. So here's E minor, C major. Now we're going to go to the third chord, which is a G major. So we're going to start with our thumb on the G, and then we're going to count up 4-3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So our middle finger is on the B, and then we're going to count 3. 1, 2, 3. And so our pinky is on the D. So a G, B, D is a G major. We're going to play it all at once, just like that. And then we've got the G. So let's review. We've got E minor, C major, G major. And the last chord is called a G sus. And I'm just going to show it to you. So a normal G is G, B, D. And you'll notice these are right next to each other. These are called a sus chord. And here's what it sounds like. Here's a G major. Here's a G sus. So, and how you play this, you got your thumb on the G, your first finger, not your middle finger, on that A, and then your pinky on the D. So G major, I'm going to move my middle finger to the B right here, and then I'm going to put my first finger on the A, G, G sus. Okay? So here are the verse chords. I'm just going to just review E minor, C, G major, G sus. Do it with me. E minor, C, to G sus. Okay? And that's the verse. And if you want to, we could just play this. Come on to meet you. Tell me I'm sorry. Don't know how lonely you are. I had to find you. Tell you I need you. Get the gist. And if I'm just sitting here with a little keyboard. Normally I'd use the piano and a sustain pedal, and it wouldn't sound so crappy. So this is the verse. It's the same 4 chords over and over, and then we move to the chorus. So nobody said it was to the G. Easy. It's such a shame to this G sus we know from the previous verse, and then nobody said it was easy. G. Nobody ever said that it would be this hard. We're going to a D major. That's a new chord, but we're going to put our thumb at the D. We're going to count 4-3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. We're going to get a D major. Be this hard. Oh, take me back to the start. And then to the G sus, and then back to the verse. Da, 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 da. So just showing you how important that chords are, and how all songs are written in chords. I would bet that, drawing a blank, what's his name from Coldplay, Chris Martin, does not read music and just knows how to put chords together. So I'm not saying that reading music is a bad thing at all. I'm just saying most people in pop music and most songwriters are not writing little notes on a page. They're writing chord charts just like this. I hope this is helpful, and I'll send you this chord chart. And if you want to learn to play this song, that would be awesome. Rock on!